That's right, alright. So what do we have left to do here? We have Bastila. We're still continuing her character quest. We don't have to talk to her just now. Griff is being sorted on the next planet. The Geno Harridan, that'll come up on Manon whenever we happen to get to there. Karth, we'll talk to him on the ship. We'll talk to Juhani on the ship. HK-47 needs to be repaired. That's one thing we're going to be doing this episode, I would think. And quest for the Starforge, that's, again, it's taken care of. The trouble with the Gizka, we need to buy the poison, and Canderous, again, will be taken care of on the ship. We also have to sell those raid plates, as well as any other items that I feel we can afford to get rid of, which we've freed up some junk that we don't need anymore. So I'm going to head over to the hunting lodge first. My god, we've been talking a long time in this video and not doing much gameplay, but this needed to be done, so I understand if you guys don't watch, but I figured I'd rather show it than not. Let's go, everyone. That's the swoop office. We don't need to go in there. Zerka. We will start by entering the hunting lodge and taking care of the... taking care of selling these plates. Hopefully we can get a tidy profit from this. I heard about that big fight on the dunes. You're the talk of the lodge. Killing a dragon. How about that? I have something to sell you. Do you? Well, let's have a look. I have a raid plate to sell. Ah, the bread and butter of the hunter. I'll take whatever you have off your hands for a fair price. And he gives us an inventory screen. That's a little unusual. I thought he was going to take them directly out of our inventory, but I guess not. Well, let us see how much they're worth. Somewhere down here, I think. No, too far. There they are. 24 credits apiece? That's it? That's disappointing. Yeah, I would have thought that would have been more. That's... yeah, that's crap, man. I don't know what kind of operation you're selling here. You're sandbagging me, though. That's how you use that word, sandbagging? I'm not sure. Yeah, well. Anyway, you're taking us for a ride, man, but I don't have enough. I don't have anywhere else to sell these, so I guess we take what we can get for them. There we go. So we're up to 16,252 credits. I might as well go through whatever else that we have to sell over here. I'm going to start from the top and work my way down. I'm going to keep all my consumables. Karth's flight jacket is staying in my clothing, my special forces gear, all the Sith disguises that we might need, our Jedi robes, any of them that we've collected are all staying in our inventory. The Bonneted Alloy Heavy Suit. We're going to say that we're going to hang on to that. I paid a lot of money for it on Terrace, and I don't feel right about selling it now. Telemachus might need armor someday. He might need to go into a situation heavily armored, so it's better to keep it, I think, for roleplay purposes. Missions Vibroblade, we're keeping that. Prototype Vibroblade, both of these because they're upgradable more than anything else. A Gamorrean Battle Axe, we've kind of been using that as the justification whenever we've had to bash into containers or through doors. That's the thing we've been using, so, and it's not worth anything anyway, so it can stay in the inventory. Keeping all the lightsabers, keeping all the lightsaber crystals. I could sell some of these red crystals, I realize, for a little bit of profit. We'll see. We might do that someday. For now, they're just going to stay in my inventory. Karth's blaster is an upgradable item. We're keeping it. An Arcanian heavy pistol, that's going to be our backup pistol. We can hang on to that as well, I guess, for a while. We might get another one, and then I can give it to T3. Blaster rifle, that's the spare rifle of the party. I'm going to keep all my grenades. I don't see us. We have one more party member that's coming to us in the next planet, on the next planet. So I don't need to keep around a lot of this headgear anymore. This oral amplifier, it's pretty much the worst piece of headgear in the game that you can get. Maybe aside from that stupid sonic visor that we already sold. This is going to go bye-bye. We don't need this. It's not much, but it's money. We're going to hang on to that Verpine headband. Those are a little pricey to buy, and we may be equipping somebody else with that. I don't know. An adrenaline amplifier, a cardio regulator, and a nerve amplifier belt. Going to keep all that. Although Jolie will probably get the nerve amplifier belt to make him immune from mind affecting. So maybe we don't need these, but I can probably do with getting rid of this cardio regulator, but it's not much money anyway. Response package, keeping that for Jolie. The data pads, adrenal alacrity, all these consumables. The mines I could do to get rid of a few of those, but I'm not going to. Upgrade items, all staying. Race bonds, we're hoarding until Yavin. These scopes and vibration cells. So we've got a few extra pieces of droid gear here that we can get rid of. This droid light plating type 2, we're never going to need that. That can go. Droid motion sensors type 1, never going to use that. That can go as well. Basic targeting computer, that's a maybe. I'm going to hang on to that. The energy shields level 1. We may burn through our other ones. We're going to keep those, and we're going to keep the shield disruptor. Anything that's consumable, basically, going to stay. Well, that's all the selling that we had to do. We didn't get much money, but it was something. Now, in terms of buying, I could get HK, a very overpriced gun. I'm not going to. Blaster carbines are worse than blaster rifles. I don't even know why this is an item in the game. They have worse range and they cost more than a blaster rifle. So I don't understand the benefit of this gun. I don't get it. Is it just because it looks different? Whatever. Ion rifles, sonic rifles, blaster rifles, an oral amplifier. That's what we sold. The desert raid plates, the 2 pieces of droid gear. The only thing worth buying here is this, and it's far too expensive. So yeah, I bid you goodbye and good luck. You don't happen to have anything else to say, do you? I've got some questions about hunting. Well, I reckon you already know everything I'd tell you. I mean, you killed a dragon, the craft of hunting doesn't get bigger than that. Right, yeah. I guess that's true. Alright then, just keep it brief, will you? I have to go, goodbye. I'll be here, I keep hunter's hours. Faz's is always open. We won't be back. Goodbye, everybody. It looks like we're perma-speeded, which I kind of don't want to continue, so I'm going to speed myself again and make sure that wears off. Now, there's a few other people we can shop at, and I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to go back and talk to the merchant in the spaceport and see if there's anything we need to buy. Canderous Orgu. Turn it around, Fasa to Yamada. The customers come back and we need to see them good. There you are. Back to save your credits. And like we were saying, we don't sell anything if you don't ask for it, so step up and see what Canderous can do for you. Show me what you have for sale, man. Yes, of course, we don't want to keep you from your important business. Please have a look. Lots of nice stuff here. Okay, so you sent us his brand? Absolutely not. It's an upgradable melee weapon. If I cared about melee weapons, I would consider buying that, I suppose. Yamahagra's carbine, I think it's about as good as the other one at twice the price. It's never going to happen. Way overpriced for a +2 weapon. Mandalorian heavy repeater, that's better than what HK has, but HK is not spec'd into heavy weapons, so it doesn't do us any good. Go with the advanced oral amplifier. We don't need this. Put quite simply, we don't need it. Verpine headband, another one. Don't need it. Breath mask, I don't need that. The Karakin gauntlets, these are really good. They're really, really good. Saves all +3 and dexterity +1. Yes, please, but the price, holy shit, the price. That's one for the maybe pile. That's one for down the road. We'll come back. Terrace is... Terrace, what am I saying? Tatooine is pretty is always open to us. We can come back at any time. Arcanian Energy Shield. 1 for 700 credits. That's pretty expensive, honestly. It's pretty pricey. I want both of these, though. I want to spend money on the energy shields, but I'm going to hold off against my better judgment, I think. Thermal shield generator, 8,000 credits. Too expensive for what it is. It's fire immunity. It's very situational. Way too expensive, as most of the items. That's very cheap for what it does. 1,000 credits. For a mind-affecting immunity belt. We already have one. We don't need to buy one. We have a Verpine cardio regulator for 200 credits, which is very cheap. We don't need that. Field generator. Shield or a stealth field generator. The worst of the worst. Gives no bonuses whatsoever, but allows you to go into stealth. Don't need it right now. Bioware cardio package. This is tempting. Constitution +2 would be great as an implant. It would actually give me another bonus into that. I want to spend money on it, but again, I don't know how expensive certain things are going to become on the next level. Likewise, I want this Bioware reflex enhancement to get my dexterity up on my character. That is something I'm very strongly considering. These two are on the short list. These two and these shields up here, along with those gauntlets, are kind of what I'm after on Tatooine. I don't think I'm going to buy them yet. Retinal combat implant is pretty good. It gives immunity to critical hits and awareness +1. Nerve enhancement package. That's strictly better than the nerve amplifier belt. Better things can go in the belt, but the nerve enhancement package, that's pretty good. It's not that expensive either, but I don't know. Got the Gizka poison. I actually want to check if there's anywhere cheaper we can buy that from. The Zerka office might offer it cheaper. Bantha fodder, we certainly don't need that. So, we don't need anything here for now. Let's go back through the city. Check out the Zerka office. Oh, a swoop jock. I know I don't have the crazy suicide parts you're looking for. Well, what do you have available for purchase? Mostly just standard Zerka provisions and supplies, not enough to keep the locals happy. Have a look. Zabrak field armor. Don't need that. That's not good enough to justify buying. Zabrak battle armor, likewise. We already have better than that. Shawnee battle armor. These aren't significant enough improvements to any of our gear to justify me buying them. Is a Zabrak combat suit. Worse than what Karth is wearing. We have the military suit here. We already had those. We're definitely not going to slum it up in the heavy combat suit and combat suit categories. Powered light battle armor. That's heavy. Technically better than what Karth is wearing, but a 25 resistance to Sonic. It's like Sonic, who cares what uses Sonic damage in this game? One enemy off the top of my head, and I'm not going to spoil the things that do, but it's just not important enough. Powered battle armor, that's okay. Strength +1 on it. If you were a melee character, that would be pretty decent. Again, a lot of this is expensive for what it is. The best armor, technically, my advice would be to wait for Yavin Station, especially some of the later levels once you do the quest that's associated with that place. It's a Vibro Sword. There's another Mandalorian heavy pistol here. We need to keep this in mind in case we find another one of these somewhere or are able to purchase another one, because T3 will need a weapons upgrade at some point, and these will probably be that weapon upgrade. They're pretty good. They're a +3 weapon, relatively cheap too. They do bonus physical damage on top of their 4 to 11 energy damage. Holdout blaster, I don't think so. Lots of grenades. A breath mask, we've already been over that. Motion detection goggles, these aren't so good, honestly. Not enough to well, they're only 100 credits, but they're not enough to justify purchasing. Got an energy shield, a sound dampening stealth unit, which we already have. Average mines as well. Yeah, nothing I'm seeing here that I want. Let's go, and the next stop will be the cantina again. We probably should have looked at Junix Nard's stuff while we were with him, but we'll do it now. It's the swoop office, yes. Swoop office has nothing that we want, rather. I wonder if the speed will ever wear off. I can't say I'm... Mission?
Huh?
What are you doing? I was about to say I can't say I care.
Sure.
Okay, it looks like it did wear off. That's good. Bastila, where are you going now? For goodness sake. Get over here. Yeah, we don't need to go... Yes, we do need to go to the canteen. What am I saying? That's where Junix is. Not for Cornelis. You.
You again. What is it now?
I'm looking for stuff to buy.
Zerka Corporation only worries about keeping their own stores full. I don't have much on hand.
Well, show me what you have. How about that? Last episode we sold him Davik's warsuit, which is pretty expensive. It's not because it's not bad armor, to be honest. It's pretty good. Sold him the Achani light armor, which is better than that Zabrak combat suit that we saw just a few minutes ago. He has a lot of melee weapons, Both and Chuka's Krath Bloodblades, Krath Dire Swords. They're not that good. They're cheap too. He has a Sith Assassin pistol. I think we sold that to him. Both and Quick Draw. Again, meh. A regular Mandalorian blaster, just a slightly better normal blaster. Heavy pistols, sonic pistols, blaster rifles again. Davik's visor, we sold that to him. I don't understand. Power Blast, an improved Power Blast is not worth 1,000 credits. These sonic nullifiers, which predictably they're worth 100 credits, we sold them for like 15. Yeah, not very good. These sonic stabilizer gauntlets, though, they're cheap. I'm gonna buy those for Jolie, just to match a green getup that we'll probably have him going with. The advanced stealth unit is also tempting for mission. I think we'll hold off on that. I'm not finding a whole lot of point on dropping into stealth right now. Gizka Poison is 350 credits. Honestly, I can't remember what sort of poisons we have. So, or rather, what the other price was. I'm sorry, I'm like having a... I'm combining my thoughts with those Pazak cards. I don't remember what Pazak cards we have, and like the thoughts blended in my mind. Oh, that was weird. This is how I operate, everyone. Like it's very strange. Droid light plating, we sold that as well. I need to look at these Pazak cards and consider whether any of these are worth the purchase, because I believe we're missing certain ones, and I'd like to take care of that now since Junix has a small supply of the best cards. So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to kill the recording. I'm going to look at what cards I have in my deck. So I will be right back, everyone. Alright, so we need 1, 2, and 2 4s.
What is it now?
Here. Those are worth buying. They're relatively cheap. Definitely the 2 4s. Give me both of those and 1, 2. There we go. I wish I could actually sell him some of the cards I'm not using anymore, or some of the cards I have duplicates of. But that is not something we can do in Knights of the Old Republic, sadly. let's leave here. We have one last shop to finish, and then we're going to be blowing this popsicle stand. Let's, I don't need to speed over there, it's relatively close. Right, Ukalaka. How about we see what you have in stock? Yeah. So, oddly, he buys everything, even if it's not relevant to his business, apparently. Yeah. Did I wind up buying that pair of gauntlets? I did. Okay, good. Let's look at what he has to buy. Specifically, I'm looking for, this droid heavy plating type 2 is nice. It's expensive, though. I can't justify it for T3. If we find any more, that's, littered around the map, that's one thing, but that's a very big expenditure for a small little droid that we don't use very often. Medium plating, I think we already have all that anyway. Light plating, certainly not. An advanced targeting computer, a search scope, that's way too expensive for what that does. 1,500 credits for 4 awareness? No. Are you crazy? Same with that. For playing Demolitions Probe, that's not too bad of a price for a +4 skill bonus item. I'm not going to buy it though, of course. Sensor Probe. Demolitions +2. That would actually be decent on HK-47, but he's already got his advanced targeting computer, so maybe not. Got energy shields. They've got environment shields as well. I could get HK and environment shield level 2. I suspect we'll probably find one at some point though. Advanced stun ray, which is infinite. 2 oil slicks. There's an advanced shield disruptor. Again, it's pretty expensive for a consumable item. Gravity generator, those are pretty cool. Slow for 75% for 9 seconds. And he also has a carbonite projector, which is deadly cool. I mean, so cool. It'd be cool for HK, I admit. You know, maybe we... Do I? Yeah. No, yes, no. Yes, no. Yes. We'll get that. That's a good buy. It's only 300 credits. And I guess I will quickly swap in HK and put that on him. HK. You're gonna have a carbonite projector and a flamethrower. A little fire and ice. Did we take off the advanced stun ray from him, or did T3 have that? I can't remember. Yeah, okay, so we freed up a slot on T3. We can do the party selection thing. We'll remove HK at T3 and put the better stun ray on T3. Good. I'm surprised Ukalaka doesn't sell computer probes or security interface things here. That's okay, I guess. Party selection, we will remove T3 and we'll add mission back in. That's it for Tatooine, everyone. It's time to get out of here. Speed on our way. I suppose I could use the return to ship function, but it just feels more thematic to walk out. I don't see how there would be a rapid transit system on Tatooine anyway. Maybe there'd be a cab or something that we could call. but it's not a very big place. It's a quick walk for a Jedi with force speed. Back into the docking bay. Right. Customs officer. I trust there is no issue with my ship other than it being loaded with Gizka. How did you even let a shipment of those things get on here? I will never know. It takes a long time to load the ship because reasons. And our little buddies are here. And it just occurred to me, I didn't buy the poison. Well, I don't want to kill them, but they're gonna poop everywhere. Come here. I guess Gil looks at you curiously cooing. I will pick it up. You try to pick up the Gizka, but it wriggles from your grasp and plops back down on the floor. Gizka looks at you curiously cooing. No, I can't do that, pet it. Scratch the little critter behind its nubs and that pass for ears, and it coos enthusiastically in response. I can't kill these! I can't do it! He looks at us disappointed at the lack of attention, and he hops away. Look! They're all gathering! I love them. I can't. I can't do it. I don't have it in me. I'm not that dark-sided. It's the most cruel thing anyone could do. The Gizka didn't do nothing. You can't kill them. They're just here. They just exist. Part of the ship, part of the crew, I say. We just have to clean up after them. It's an adjustment we're all just going to have to make, okay? We'll deal with it. This is the price I'm willing to pay. What do we have left to do here? We gotta talk to the crew, and we have to deal with that bloody stowaway problem I did not forget. I guess we should probably go and check the food supply, right? Where was that again? I don't remember what Zalbar said. It's not in the engine room. Would it be in the garage somewhere, maybe? No. It's the garage. Oh, we should upgrade our weapons while we're here. I forgot about that, too. So much busy work to be done. Lightsabers. Start with mine, I guess. I have a Sigil crystal and a Rubat crystal. The Rubat is definitely going to be replaced. I want to see what each of these do. So a Rubat crystal gives +1 attack and +1 damage. It's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. The Diamond crystal gives 3 attack bonus. Again, not that great. I'm not having a problem hitting things so much as I want to do a lot of damage and kill those things quickly. Crystal Opila. That is so good. That is just the best. So this is going into my lightsaber. Guaranteed. Damage bonus energy 3. Massive criticals 2d6. Yeah, hello. So we are doing damage 8 to 27 right now versus what was it before? 6 to 25. It's just so much better. So much better. 8 to 22. 8 to 27, yeah. That's getting assembled. Bastila. Now then, we gave her this Rubat crystal and this Bondar crystal merely because there was nothing better at the time. Do we have anything better now? She's got a +1 to her damage, and we have 2 other options. We can put, we can make it hit more. We can have her be better at hitting with her saber, do slightly less damage. I don't. +3 to hit and a bit of a chance to stun. I don't know. That gives us 2 Rubat crystals. No. If there's 2 Rubat crystals, then 1 of each are going to go to the 2 girls. Bastila will continue with her chance to stun because she gets 2 attacks on each of her sabers. Like a double-bladed lightsaber always has 2 attacks, so she has 25% and 25%, so the Bondar crystal has to stay with her. That's going to stay as is, and Juhani, we're going to upgrade her lightsaber. And her lightsaber, I don't know, red or purple? What do you think? I like red lightsabers. They're just so cool looking. It might cause confusion on the battlefield if we give her a red lightsaber. But we know who Juhani is. They might not necessarily. They might think we're Sith. Well, I usually just keep her with a blue lightsaber. But it's got to be purple or red. Can't be anything else. I'll go with red, I guess. No, it's not good. We're going to go with violet. And in her violet saber, she will have a Rubat crystal. She'll put it up to 3 to 17 damage with a +1 attack modifier, and she will get a diamond crystal, which will give her a +4 attack modifier. She's going to be hitting every time. She won't be doing much damage, but it's acceptable. We're going to close that. We're going to open up our blasters right now. And to start with, Canderous needs an upgrade. Karth's blaster needs a downgrade because it's no longer being used. Canderous. Canderous's gun currently does 3 to 12 damage with a +1 attack modifier. Putting in a improved energy cell bumps the damage up by 1. Still not spectacular. A beam splitter will bump it up by another 1. So it's a +1 weapon with 5 to 14 damage. That's fine. It's as good as it's going to get. Bendak's blaster still has all of its upgrades in place. Zalbar's bowcaster does not have any upgrades into it. We will put a scope into it for a damage bonus of energy of 1, and also a trigger, which will give the keen modifier, which will lower the threat range even further. Karth's blaster, we'll give it the upgrades as well that we can. We'll give it, I guess, a +2 attack modifier. Is that all it does, really? Wow. Okay. Well, that's fine. Close that. That's everybody's weapons sorted out. How about melee? I don't think we received any. Yeah, we bought upgrades for melee weapons, but we don't have any more melee weapons to upgrade. KotOR's battle armor. Let's get Canderous tricked out here. That gives us a +3. Wow, that's great. Up to a defense bonus of 12. And the mesh underlay does what? Oh, that gave a critical hit immunity too? Oh my goodness, that is so good. How about this? That gave us what? Immunity to critical hits and mind affecting. Oh, Canderous, you're going to love this. Easy. Done and done. We got that all upgraded, and as well as missions armor upgraded too. That's everybody equipped. My lightsaber is better. Everybody else has better crystals in their lightsaber. And, yeah. That's neat. So, what was I doing? I guess we're in the room with Canderous. We might as well have a chat with him, and we can also try and repair HK while we're here. I'll probably repair HK on each of the planets we go to. I'm not going to do it all at once. Jeez. Canderous.
Yeah, what do you want?
Have you seen all the Gizka on this ship?
So deal with it. Why are you asking me about it?
Oh, well, someone's in a mood.
Yeah, what do you want?
Well, I was wondering if you had any war stories.
I think I'll tell you a bit about the recent war we had with the Republic. That might be more familiar to you. The one where Jedi Revan beat my people. We started by conquering worlds outside the Republic. We did it quietly so the Republic wouldn't really know what was going on until it was too late. When we finally did hit the Republic worlds, they had no idea we were coming. We came in through 3 invasion corridors in adjacent sectors. Anyone who put up a fight, or wouldn't fight, was crushed. We razed whole worlds trying to provoke the Republic into fighting us. I don't particularly enjoy wiping out worlds for its own sake, but the cowardly tactics the Republic defenders used left us little choice.
What do you mean?
Hiding in the homes of civilians, using families as shields, thinking we would not use appropriate force on their bases inside major cities. They underestimated our resolve, and what measures are acceptable in war. Those who cannot defend themselves should not be around those who can in battle. If annihilating a city is the kind of power it takes to overwhelm a Republic shield device, then that's what we did. Necessary force to destroy all opposition.
Now that's my kind of warfare. Not really. Telemachus does not agree with destroying cities just to take the enemy's position. It's a bad idea for 2 reasons. Because once you conquer the people, well, they hate you far more than they normally would. But secondly, the city can't be used for anything. A pile of rubble is useless. A city is very useful. You could have found another way.
I have no time or patience for cowards. They deserve to be hunted down and exterminated like vermin. There was no honor in wiping them out like rats. But some of your forces did redeem the Republic in our eyes. Especially later.
Later.
Later, when Revan had joined the war. But we'll get back to that. We've wasted too much time already. Is there something else you want to know?
Do you know anything about this world?
Tatooine is one big desert, with rocks sticking out. I heard that some of my people came here after the war, but I don't know what happened to them. The world of my clan, Ordo, was much like this. Dust basins and rock crags. But my world at least has some green around the equator. This place is just sand all over. There are some vicious people on this world, but the desert is the real enemy. Trips out in the desert, especially the deep desert, should be taken very carefully. You have anything else you want to ask?
No, I think that's about it. Thanks for the advice, though. Oh, you know what? You think you can make me some adrenal stimulants?
Hey, don't worry. I think you've got enough there as it
God
is.
damn it.
You don't want to overload yourself on stims. Otherwise, you might destroy your adrenal system.
They're for
a
a
real
friend.
warrior knows his own limits and doesn't overestimate himself.
Right.
There anything else you need?
Alright, fair enough, Canderous. We could ask him some more. I'm gonna pace his dialogue out over the planets, though. Nothing more for now.
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
We received a journal entry for that. Journal entry was that. Canderous. You've heard from Canderous how the Mandalorians started their war on the Republic and the success that they had at the beginning. If you talk to him later, he might tell you how the tide turned later on. Sounds like a plan. We didn't happen to finish any quests in the meantime, did we? No, we didn't. Alright, so that's Canderous. Let's look for that food stock. Thinking back on it, it's probably in the supply room. It's not down here, as far as I can tell. Alright. Also, my robe's still here. They are. Precious. Did I hit get by mistake? I did, didn't I? Derp. I didn't mean to do that. I don't know what came over me. Let's give these items back. I guess that'll be part of the story. Telemachus just instinctively grabbed them, and he doesn't even know why. It's like he did it without even thinking. Very strange indeed. He does not like these things being on board. And, He's definitely going to avoid this room unless he absolutely has to be in here. That was all right. I put back 4 items. Stabilizer gauntlets. Yeah, I could put the data pad in there as well, but there's no point in that. Supplies. This is a store of emergency food and supplies. Well, no kidding, game. Oh god, I hope that's not borked. Uno momento, por favor.